Hey guys, so the update on the machine is this is actually the third or fourth time I cut on the machine. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I messed up, I effed up many times, and so this was the first part. It's not even perfect. I got bark corners here. Uh, I run it a few times on top of it to see how the machine will go. I'm also going to insert on this video parts of when I destroy two end mills. The first one was I was going to face off that piece of stock because I didn't want to lift it over, so I face off one of the the top part with that half inch, and I went too far on it and I messed it up. And then this one, it just got overloaded. The chip load on it was too much. I went really crazy on it. I went 300 inches a minute, 1 full millimeter, like 40 thousandths. It was too much. And so that one there is the, let's say, the fourth time I run it. So I cut this one and then I rerun on top of it to see how the machine will react after that. And it react pretty good. It's not a perfect finish or whatever because I have to adjust my rigidity on my servos. But so I'm gonna run this one for you. Like I said, it's the fourth time I run the machine. So I got my weight covers on Y axis on the rear and front. I'm using the probe. My auger is working. My auger works on and off right there, or auto every 30 seconds. Well, now it went on, so it's gonna wait 30 seconds and then come on. I set up my 2-liter BFDs back here. I'm trying to go fast on this video. I don't know if I get plenty of battery. I set up my 2 BFD, so this one will run my auger and this one will run my spindle motor. I don't know if I already told you that. I forget. I never rewatched the videos or whatever, but I don't know if I did. But anyway, that's the setup. That's how I set it up. Okay, it came on right now. You see some forward. This one is blinking, that one's working. That is the auger. I'm really thinking about getting the BFD, the drive from the Cincinnati, and set it up here. I hate how long it takes to slow down the spindle, that BFD. It works, but so those are the first chips that came out of that first part. Really thinking, don't worry about the mess, don't be looking. I've been watching some videos. I also watch videos, guys. I watched some videos on the coolant tank. I don't know. I wish I have more insight how they really work. That's a single phase motor, I believe so. I wish I can go to a 3-phase motor and put me a BFD on it so I can control the speed. So that coolant pump is a single phase, so I will have to put a contactor, stuff like that. So anyway, let's get to it. So like I said, it's the fourth time. It's not the first time that I run the machine. Anyway, I broke some stuff, so I'm gonna sit you somewhere here so you'll enjoy the the destruction. But maybe over there, yeah. And I don't know if I have plenty of battery. Okay, first. Much oil in it. So first, I'm gonna call my 299. Probe my seat height on it pretty quick. I got my X and Y, but I was I was air cutting. I don't know how you call that, but I mean, just air running the program. I slow down on it. Okay, so that's my C over there, and I'm ready to run. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna drop it a little bit. I'm gonna drop my C a little bit. Just drop my C a little bit because that piece of stock is. About 20 thousandths. So let's regen and go again. That's 100 inches a minute. Okay guys, so yeah, that was a short video. But anyway, it looks I was more confident on this being right because I pretty much ran the same speed and feeds that I did on the Brothers, which is only, you know, around 5 thousandths per tooth or teeth or whatever on the end mill. So it's a total of 15 thousandths dip, which is not much. It will only put, you know, a small size, but you know, I'm running on coolant and they were coming hot. They were falling on me. They were coming already hot. And what happened with me and with it last night, which was a mess. I mean, now I want to point out, I destroyed the mills. I mean, it was a mess, and that spindle did never say nothing. I mean, it was like there was nothing on it. The end mill was screaming, but nothing else. But you see, I got pretty good finish. It's not bad. We can live with that. So I did 100 inches a minute on the face mill. Let me get you closer. So I did 100 inches a minute on the face mill, on the top, and then it was 200 on the roughing on that half-inch mill, 200 inches a minute, and my rapids at 500. I don't have the rapid at 700 like the machine would go. I don't want to get that greedy on it. So it was 200 inches a minute feed. 500 rapids. That's why you see it coming back so quick, and that was on the roughing, and then it was I believe around 50 or 70 on the first finishing with. Okay guys, so like I was saying, I did 100 inches a minute on the facing. I did 200 and 500 rapids. Most of my rapid are around 500. Then I rough out, like I said, on 200, and then I've one finish pass 100 and inches a minute, and the other one with a 1/4 inch, I believe it was around 25 only, like pretty slow. And the slowest I went on it, it was 8,500 RPM on the half-inch, and another 8,500 RPM on the 3/8, and then I went now 9,000 on the 1/4 inch, and it doesn't look that bad. I don't know if it's perfect. Let me get a caliper. So it should be, oh, you know, these calipers should be around 1.5 inches on the Y. You can't beat that. Should be around 1.5 inches on the Y, right? And I gotta find a way over there, but yeah, somewhere over there, around 1.5 inches on the Y, and 3-inch. But it didn't touch because the stock is actually 3-inch, so it didn't touch on the outside. So it's actually smaller. So the stock is, you know, it's a 3-inch stock. It didn't even touch it on the outside. But yeah, I mean, we almost, you know, let's say perfect, good on the Y. So we should be fine on the X, and we also should be fine here. I believe it was 110. Yeah, that's it. Tell me you there. Yes. So 110. Yeah. 1,010. You know, and 10 on the wait. You know, these calipers. This is minus. Slope. It's maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's off a few thousandths on Z-axis. I gotta finish all of that, you know, fix my step per and all that. But it's pretty good. Don't be looking at my ice cream. She brought it right now, so Wait. And I'm messing with you guys. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's okay. I mean, these are, you know, the second chips, because the first chip was that one, that over there. It was a mess. I broke end mills. I went too greedy on it. I know the spindle could do it, and the spindle did it. I mean, did do it, but the end mill didn't take it. Actually, you know, this one, even at that much, on the very corner, like right there, where you have to, you know, kind of clean up the very quarter-inch radius, which is a half-inch diameter, whatever. It did got a little bit of, you know, overflow or overload, whatever, right here on this corner. You know, when it was cleaning over there. Yeah, it's something that you got to be careful that you got to try to stay away from them corners with the same radius, with the same diameter tool on a, let's say on a quarter-inch radius. You got to stay away from it on a half-inch end mill, because it is the same amount. I mean, the radius and the tool are the same, and then the tool is gonna grip the whole amount of the tool, like if you be slotting out. You got to be careful with that. I learned the hard way. Broke some mills on that. Alright guys, well, I hope you like it. I'm gonna put all this together and some of the last night disasters, and then I get back to you when I get coolant on it, and we're gonna put some load in it. Alright, bye.